My body is really sore. That really was the hardest workout I think I've ever done.
I'm not a personal trainer. I am just a regular person.
The last thing I want to do is 100 pull-ups. It is day one of the pull-up challenge. I'm doing 100 pull-ups every day for 30 days.
So this challenge started a couple years ago. I wanted to do a fitness project for BuzzFeed where I gained as much muscle mass as possible. I was always super skinny and I always had body image issues. So I gave myself 12 weeks to do it and I gained about 20 pounds. And then throughout the year I kept it on and I was really impressed with how much stronger I looked and felt. So I wanted to sort of challenge myself again and see what else I could do.
I'm pretty excited. I'm nervous, I'm scared. I don't even know if I can do 100 pull-ups. Most I've ever probably done was like 50 in one gym session, and 100 is super daunting, and I'm grossly competitive, so if I can't do 100, I'm gonna be so frustrated with myself. Since it's my very first day, I want to see how much I can improve over the next 30 days. So I'm sort of going for time today. I wanna see how quickly I can do my 100 pull-ups.
About halfway through on the very first day, my arms were completely dead.
So I'm not looking forward to the next 50, but it's day one, I'm gonna do it. We'll see what happens.
Luckily, I finished all 100 pull-ups. I was super proud of myself.
It took me about 54 minutes to do 100 pull-ups, which I think is pretty good. I wanted to keep time because I know I'll be able to cut down on my very last day, and I wanna see how much time I can actually cut. My very first set, I did 16 pull-ups, hoping to get that to 25 or 30. I think 30 would be awesome. And yeah, day one's complete, 29 more to go. I have a feeling I'm gonna be very sore tomorrow. I don't think I've been this sore in a very long time. Basically my whole upper body. I don't know. Can I do this for 29 more days? Day three's workout is officially done. The last 25 were really difficult. Almost couldn't do it. I almost came back a second time today. It's okay if I fail, but it's also, I don't know, I'm gonna push myself and see how far I can go.
This challenge was going to be a really big undertaking, so I wanted to make sure that I was doing it correctly. So I reached out to my friends at Soho Strength Lab, which is a gym in New York, and we realized that if I was going to do all of these pull-ups, I wanted to make sure that I had different variations of the pull-ups, so I could do a regular pull-up this way, but I could also do parallel grip or reverse grip, and that way I wouldn't put too much strain on my body. And then we also figured out that if I was going to do all of these pulls, I needed to have a lot of pushes in my workout as well. So when I was doing 100 pull-ups, I was also in between doing some push-ups or doing handstands, just so my muscles could get a break and I wasn't just overworking them. Because I was doing this challenge, I actually didn't want to change too much about my diet. I just wanted to see what the pull-ups would add or change to my body. I did want to be careful about the number of carbs that I was putting into my body, so I didn't have any carbs with dinner, and then for breakfast, that was when I mostly got my carbs, just because I needed that energy before and after my workouts.
It's day 4 and I don't want to go to the gym. I am tired and sore, but I signed up for the challenge and I think it'll get better.
The next couple days were actually a lot harder than I thought they were gonna be because my entire upper body was so sore. My abs were sore, it hurt when I laughed, when I coughed, and I started getting calluses all over my hands, which made it even harder to grip the pull-up bar. I thought to myself, if my body's gonna be this sore and it's only day 4 into this challenge, there is no way I'm gonna make it to day 30, so I was not looking forward to the rest of it.
It's getting easier, to be honest, at least compared to the first couple days. Day 5 is done. 25 left. Whew.
Week 2 was a little different. My body stopped getting really sore, which was awesome. I was sort of getting used to all of the pull-ups, and that made them a lot easier to do. I've always struggled with not knowing how far to push myself. So on day 9, I wanted to really see how far I could go. So I did the 100 pull-ups, but I also did 100 push-ups on top of that, just to see if I could do it. And surprisingly, I was able to do it. It took a little while, but I did it all in one gym session. And that was incredible because to me, it sort of told me that the project was working, because there's no way I would have been able to do that before this challenge.
Day 11, early in the morning, ready for the challenge. Feel good, not sore. The biggest thing for me with this challenge is there are only like 2 pull-up spots in my whole gym, and I always feel so guilty using them.
So I sort of made the city of New York my gym at some points. I would go to the park to do the pull-ups, or I would use scaffolding and do the pull-ups just to finish my workout, and that way I wouldn't cheat myself out of not finishing all 100.
I don't know, I just had to get creative with it because I feel so bad about taking up the pull-up spot every single time in the gym. just finished day 15. That means I'm literally halfway through the challenge already. This is crazy because 2 years ago I couldn't do a single pull-up. And now I'm doing 100 a day, and I just did it for 15 days.
There was a point during the end of the 3rd week when I was in a separate BuzzFeed video. The video was taken from a different angle of where I ever saw myself. This camera was set really far away. I got to see myself from an angle. I could see that my arms were like the biggest they had ever been. I was just so impressed with myself because I was actually seeing results.
It is day 20, and I'm 2/3 of the way through the project, so I thought I'd celebrate by doing 100 pull-ups and 100 push-ups today.
Just to compare myself to that first week when I did it to see how much I've improved.
It actually went really well. I did it in the same amount of time it took me to do just 100 pull-ups in day 1, so I'm definitely getting a lot faster at this, and
that's like exact proof that I had gotten stronger and was able to do this.
So I originally wasn't going to say anything about it, but there was one day last week when I didn't complete all 100 pull-ups. I don't know, I was just super tired. My body was exhausted. I wasn't feeling well.
I've done enough research about fitness to know that if your body is not feeling well, you shouldn't push yourself. I wanted to listen to my body.
So I only did 30 that one day, and I was really frustrated with myself and embarrassed.
I didn't want everyone to know that I had failed. I sort of looked at it as failing.
I wouldn't even call it failing because I'm still completing the challenge almost every single day. It's just one day I couldn't do it.
And I was so glad that I didn't finish because for the next day, my body was absolutely ready and I was able to do all 100 the next day. So the very last day of the challenge was pretty big for me. I knew that I wanted to go into it and do all 100 pull-ups as quickly as I could because I wanted to compare that time to the very first day. And on the first day, I did all 100 pull-ups in 54 minutes. And on the very last day, I completed all 100 in 21 minutes. And I was just so incredibly proud of myself because it just showed how strong I had actually gotten.
I am officially done with the challenge. I did not really think I was gonna make it this far. I don't know, I just keep thinking to 2 years ago, I literally could not do a single pull-up.
I know it's really easy to look at some of these fitness videos and fitness projects online and think, yeah, that's great for that person, but like, well, what about me? I am that person who used to ask those questions. I would see other people's body transformations and I would just think like, that is honestly incredible for them, but I could never do that. But here I am, I'm literally that person who did that. There were actually some pretty big changes in my measurements from before and after the challenge. My weight actually went up by about ½ a pound, which was incredible. I saw that my body fat percentage went down to 10.9% instead of the 13.8% it was originally. And also I saw that my chest got a lot bigger and my biceps got bigger and my shoulders got bigger too. I'm not a personal trainer, I'm just a regular person, and some days I don't do everything that I should do, but it is not easy at all. It's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of willpower, and you may not like it then, but if you have a fitness goal or if you want to gain muscle, if you want to lose weight, if you want to do anything, like just look at my progress. I couldn't do a single pull-up 2 years ago, and I just did 100 of them every day for 30 days, so you can do it too.